bringing good things to life.
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you. God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you.
Mama called me just the other day. She said, hello, hello, I'm talking to you, baby. Somebody called me, he gonna tell me, say, he see you with Tomoibo. Tell me, are you crazy? Girl, are you foolish? She your bad don't finish, with you they do it, your coro. Girl, I'm your mother, you know that I know better. But my mama don't know that love don't care who you be, where you there from. Love don't care at all. Love don't care who you know, where do you get to. Love don't care at all. Papa called me just yesterday. He said, hello, hello, how you doing, baby? Your brother called me, he gonna tell me, say, he see you with Mr. John. Tell me, are you crazy? Girl, are you foolish? Shebank, I don't finish, what do they do with the t-shirt? Girl, I'm your father, your opinion doesn't matter. But my papa don't know that love don't care who you be, where you there from. Love don't care at all. Love don't care who you know, where do you get to. Love don't care at all. If I love you, if I love you, no be waiting you be, baby. No more me woo, no more love, make I see your love.
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you.
Call me, he gonna tell me, say, he see you with Tomoibo. Tell me, are you crazy? Girl, are you foolish? She your bad don't finish, with you they do it, your coro. Girl, I'm your mother, you know that I know better. But my mama don't know that love don't care who you be.
This is so beautiful. Love don't care.
Love don't care.
Indeed, love doesn't care. It doesn't matter who you know, where you come from, and the kind of degree that you have. Tonight on Reigns of Love is all about factors to consider when choosing a life partner. If you are a man, what are those factors that you consider when choosing a life partner? Is it good character? Is it beautiful look? And is key among them the huge factors? You say, I say, I did back to me, ma, Bema Shadia, more than any man compare. And as a woman, how do you feel if a man who wants you to be his lifetime partner asks you to have a particular bag size that will acquire your visa to be his partner? How would you feel? These are matters that we'll be looking at tonight on the show. You do not want to miss it. We also have a problem on our decks, very peculiar. When I first saw it, I got flabbergasted. And you don't want to miss it. To our couples who are married, this is for you. You cannot miss it. And to those who are single now looking for partners to enter relationship, today's episode is also for you. Don't forget, as usual, my name is Mary Courtney. This is Adoatv, and stay tuned into Reigns of Love. I have two guests, a gentleman and a lady. And the gentleman is an ambassador. He has all the gist. In fact, the factors that you need to consider when choosing a life partner, and then a brilliant young lady. But before we start the discussion and I introduce my guest, let's go for a quick break. So stay cool. Today is the holiday. Gather your friends and loved ones. Let's learn. Let's go for a break.
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you,
I know the get any younger. Shorty, my hat know the fit way longer. Does either make God wonder if you go be my lover. Never seen a girl act so shy. Oh no, ever gonna make you cry. You know go wear no frown, baby. You go wear my crown. Cause ever since you came, life no be the same. And anything you say, girl, will make my day. Yeah, you're so fine. Been waiting all my life. You take me so high, far beyond the sky. Yeah, I'm in love with my life. And you're one day I'm ready. Do ba do ba do ba do 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 do. Or do you want your summer noon? Shorty, you must confess that out of a million you confess. Think I'm a tea, she wouldn't be. Baby, be, make me a minty. I know the tell no lie. Girl, I go lose some when you come by. Yes, I'm ready with a ring for your finger. And I can't wait to walk to the altar. Cause ever since you came, life no be the same. And anything you say, girl, will make my day. Yeah, you're so fine. Been waiting all my life. You take me so high, far beyond the sky. I'm the love of my life. Me, I want to hear me. Do ba do ba do 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 do. Or do you want me a summer? Baby, I cannot deny I love you with passion, the West can describe. Love you, can't cry. Baby, I cannot deny I love you with passion, the West can describe. Love you, can't cry. 'Cause ever since you came, life will be the same. And anything you say, girl, will make my day. Yeah, you're so fine. Been waiting all my life. You take me so high, far beyond the sky. I'm the love of my life. Me, I want to hear me. Do ba do ba do 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 do. Or do you want me a summer?
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg.
Welcome back from that musical break, and I know you enjoyed it. Love indeed is beautiful. Like I was saying, tonight we're looking at factors to consider when choosing a life partner, of which key among them is the back size. It's an open is saying, what the open yes so kakra. And was only a medium, whichever size you wanted. We're looking at it tonight on the show. And like I said, I have two guests with me. One is in, the other one will join us shortly. Hello, Ambassador of Pornography. I salute.
Hello, Mary. I like it when you put me in this compromising position.
Really?
Because everybody out there doesn't know how much I am on you from Monday to Friday, and you put me in that corner on Friday.
Yes, yes. I want you to feel it. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Yourself?
You're looking all lavish.
Well, it's a
I can
Friday. It's
smell
Farmer's
love all
Day,
around
so
you.
I'm fine.
Are you a farmer, or do you want to be a farmer?
No, I'm not a farmer, but I grew up in the farming community of Latin. So obviously, I saw some petty farming going on. I support farming 100%, but unfortunately, I do not have the muscles to farm. Yeah.
We salute all farmers out there.
Yeah.
We do. You're doing great. So yes, tonight we're not talking about pornography. It's all about factors to consider when choosing a life partner.
Yeah.
Does the back size of a woman matter?
Well, thank you for all our viewers, people who are listening because they are driving, and people who will later go and watch and comment for watching us here on Adoatv. But the truth of the matter is, it has always mattered.
Really?
It has always mattered. And so let's take it from the top, where Adam and Eve, Adam told God that, I want somebody who is of my nature. In the tree rendition, Adam told God, creator of heaven and earth, that so Adam, the first man on earth, gave God, the creator of everything, his
preference. What he would want.
I want somebody who looks like me, but not me. I don't want me. I want somebody who looks like me. Means Adam had a preference. Because Adam at the time had realized that goats had female goats.
Sure.
Everything had an opposite, but him,
except him,
as human, he didn't have an opposite. So he told God, you know what? If you want me to name these animals, I can name to an extent, but I need a partner who would help me with the names. Because if you read the book of Genesis, the Bible says, and God told Adam, name all the animals of the earth as you wish. And so lion is called lion because Adam called it lion. Probably tiger is called tiger because Eve was like, since this one is lion, the female should be a tiger. So Adam came to God with his preference that, yo, nigga, I want A, B, C, D. If you're able to do that, I'm cool. And God realized that it was true. Adam realized all that was happening. Adam had made analysis of something that God himself had not thought of at the time. That okay, it's true. I mean, we are immortals. God and heavenly beings are immortals. But Adam was mortal, like any other thing that God has created. And so he sat down and was like, God, this is my blueprint. At least give me something that I could talk to, because I can't talk to animals. So even if Adam had preference, me, Kwesi, I don't have preference.
So what is your preference? How do you like it? The huge or
when it comes
the
to the
one?
back, too huge is a problem because the doggy will be difficult.
Now who crowd you say?
Doggy in a bed. So medium rare, you know, and not too slender of a waist. Because if your waist is too slender, how can you eat in the first place? A normal waist, not too flat belly. I mean, you should eat at a point.
Sure.
So I drank. So I expect my girlfriend, if you don't even drink, I mean, you should know how to, do one or two things. So you kind of have that extreme flat belly. That's for Victoria's Secret models. It should be okay. And then, above all, you should be pretty enough that I can present you. That is my preference.
But do you think your fellow men should consider that? I met this lady, although she's slim, I like her, but I realized that she's not having the back, like you're saying, to my preference. Should I reject her for being a lifetime partner due to the fact that she's not having a huge back size?
Do you realize that I just pulled back because I wanted to answer this question perspectively and objectively? The truth is, these marriage breakups and all of these things that we hear on the news, which we give some, and all the things we read on the internet, it is simply because people go in for the wrong things.
Sure, I agree with you.
As a boy, as a man, you want a big back size. It should be something embedded in you. You should know that I need a woman with a big size than you. When it happens like that, when you're in the relationship or in the marriage, and the marriage doesn't work out, or some of the things doesn't work out, your preference, what you want, is on the table. Is it the back size you want? Okay, that's the back size I want. So above all odds, that is what I'm looking for. Let me take you back to the Bible again. In the book of Acts, the Bible said, and above all things is love. It surpasses everything. So as a human, going back to Genesis, God said, I created you in my image and my liking.
You are in the spirit.
So as you as a person, you have the ability to choose instantaneously. Because then again, in the book of Genesis again, the Bible gave us the choice, good or bad. It is your choice.
If I am getting you, it means that as a man, I have the choice to go in for a woman with a big back.
If that is what you, as a person, as an individual, and as a soul, if that is what you want, nothing should prevent you from getting that. Because let me tell you, Mary, if you go and take a woman with a small butt, with a good attitude, with a good degree, eventually you will cheat on that woman because that is not exactly what she wanted. What she wanted was a woman with a big ass. And probably you meet this dumb, girls forgive me, but you might meet this dumb ass woman who doesn't even have a degree like you wanted, but has a big ass. And sells somewhere in a village somewhere. But that's what you want. Innate. That's what you want. And you go away for it. It's simple.
But is it even necessary? Look at it from a different angle. It is my preference. You have the right to choose. Is it even necessary? Must you consider that? I am not saying that big girls with big butts should not be accepted. That is how they are created. But looking at it from instances where people have that as a so key factor that they consider, should it even be necessary as a man?
Thank you again for the question. You see, the truth is, it is necessary.
Very necessary.
It will be necessary, and it will continue
to be necessary.
to be necessary. Why would I say all of these things? How can you imagine yourself looking for an American visa and you go to the American embassy, which will never happen? And the American embassy itself tells you, I want to give you a visa, but I'm giving you to Togo. How would you feel? Simple. It's common sense. It's simple theology. You feel that? Not because Togo is a bad place, not because they won't give you a visa, not because you won't sit in a plane, but that is not what your dream is. Your dream is to be in America. Even if you go to America for 3 days and they bring you back, you know that at least I went to where? America. The truth of the matter is, if as black people, as Africans, as Ghanaians, we have to the reality that people have choices, and we have to respect their choices. I know what people are thinking watching this thing, not the other choices you are thinking. I'm only saying that if we respect...
And what are those other choices that
I don't want to talk about it before people start DMing me. But I want you to know that people have choices. And when we start respecting those choices as individuals, as a family, as a community, as a nation, this whole somebody killed their wife because of 20 CDs, somebody killed their wife because of goat meat, it will stop. I'm a single boy. I want to get married. I told my mom that, Mommy, I want to get married to a woman with a big butt. I love women who look like you as my mother. And it's like, you think that this butt is all the only thing I have? I have brains. I have degrees. You should look for those. I'm like, Mommy, that's not what I'm thinking about. I want a woman that when I'm giving doggy, I'll feel the butt, I'll feel the waist, I'll feel the... That's what I want. My mom is like, you can't say that. You can't say that. As my child, you cannot say that.
So, Akwesi, not to cut you off, you just said something. You want a woman with a big butt that when you're having doggy.
No, viewers. She's only saying that. I didn't say I want that.
Are you then saying that the big butt, the only thing it is good for is doggy?
No.
What is its essence to you men?
So now let me take you to 2 days ago on Hot Vibes, which is one of our flagship programs on Adoatv. Miss Nankra asked me a question. She's like, Akwesi, would you consider looks over character? Then I said, the someone you posted, everybody will come to your DM and say me character, their character. They are lying. They're all lying. Why are they lying? Because Mary, right now, if I want to take you out, I want to take you out like this. Makeup on, heels on, dress, shoulders, butt, hips. I would consider all of that.
Okay.
That is an outing mood. I want you to be in your curvaceous manner, voluptuous, and I want to take you out like that. Then again, on Monday you don't look like this. On Tuesday you don't look like this. Because there's public business. There are things that the public need to hear than your appearance.
Okay.
We are concentrating on serious matters than how you look. But on Fridays, your viewers, the million people out there looking at you, they're expecting to see that other side of Mary. Sleek, the hard, the sassy Mary. When you come back looking, they'll be like, oh, this girl joking. Me, I won't choose looks over character. But when it comes to looks and appearances, 70%, every boy watching out there will tell you that before a boy proposes to a woman, it is just looks. Character comes. Jesus, Mary, character, it comes later. I'm coming to propose to you. How will I know your character? Viewers, you can side with me that when a man is proposing to a woman, how do you know the woman's character? Unless you are in a relationship a week or 2, maybe a month, before you realize that, oh no, A, B, C, D is not right. Nonetheless, it's the look you're looking out for. she's looking pretty. Like when she spoke, I felt goosebumps. Like this girl is sleek. The hips is beautiful. I want that. If after you've met her 1 week, 2 weeks, you're like, hey, I'll cast by heart, pal. These things come afterwards.
Afterwards, yeah.
And so me, if I'm choosing my ideal woman, then again, married, as individuals, as people, we should have standards.
Okay.
My standards has always been 10. If I meet a girl and she crosses 6 or 7, it's okay with me.
Okay.
Because there's nothing like perfection.
Sure.
If you're able to get to 9 or 8, hooray. Then again, but if you cross up to 6, you're okay. Even 5, you're okay. Because you are between good and not good. Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to show you, okay, that AB, that thing that you don't know that I like, so that you can at least get to 6.
Okay.
And if backside or buttocks is part of the thing, can't care me, I can't.
Can't care me.
I like
You've passed.
You've passed. If entirely backside is what I'm looking for, when I come and stand, I'm looking at your voluptuous body. I look at how hot you look, how you look in that bodycon dress, how you look in that what do you call it, bikini, how you look in that nightwear. I'm like, yo, you're giving us orgasms. You're making me hard. You look cute. Then Aka, what else is left? Did I need to pray so that our roof will remove? No, that's what I'm looking. That's what me as an individual I want. If that's what I want, voila. Let's go with that.
Okay, so it's getting interesting. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, the show continues.
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, lately.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
Announcements on Adoatv. Contact Adoatv for your general announcements, proclamations and publications, job vacancies, etc. at a very affordable rate. Call 05092 57754, 020 9494 258, or visit our marketing desk at Stepwork premises. Adoatv, bringing good things to life.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, please.
I wanna know if you have forgotten, so I will not remember you forgetting me. Remember you forgetting me. It's over. It's over. It's all gone. It's all like it never happened. Ooh, seems like the dream I had yesterday. When my life was full, my life was nice, and there was no space. It's an empty space now. But baby, I need to know. I need to know. Ooh, do you feel the same? Are you going insane? 'Cause my mind can't take it, and my heart is bleeding. Remember the love that we made. Ooh, I wanna know. Ooh, and I want to know if you have forgotten. Have you forgotten everything? So I will not remember you. I don't wanna remember forgetting me. I don't wanna remember you forgetting me. I wanna know if you have forgotten. Oh yeah. So I will not remember you, but I don't want forgetting me. Remember you, baby, forgetting me. And I know that we will get over it sometime, making it right somehow. Oh, but you were the
For being stay tuned in. Now let me read some comment from WhatsApp. Okay, this is coming from Jonathan. He says, okay, this is coming from Selassie. He said the size of everything really doesn't matter because accidents or age can cause deformity. All right, I agree with you. And then this is from anonymous person. He says, if time goes on, she might lose it. As time goes on, she might lose it. So if that happens, the love will break up. So normally we don't look out for such things. Okay, do you agree?
I don't agree. I have never agreed
Really?
on that. Yeah.
You don't
Keep leaving
agree
me
that there is
messages. I don't-
deformity.
100% I don't agree.
Okay. So that is it. Let's continue. So you can send in your comments via our WhatsApp platform. Share your views and then we'll read it out. So back to the conversation.
Yeah.
What, before we come to factors that we'll look at, let's look at character. Is good character another key factor that you should look at? Let's elaborate it.
Truth be told, yes. Character, boy, girl, it has always been paramount. My family, for one, character, looks, there are two things. If you want to get married, everybody would consider. Why? Because they're a family of sensitivity. They want to get censored comments, not uncensored. You have to know when and what to say at what time. And if you want to represent the family, you should know that, okay, at this time, this family needs you to look like this at this time. Because they are making this public appearance.
Sure.
And so these things matter. And then again, it depends on who and who you're with. Okay. Where and who. Where are you? Are you at a place where they don't really care about how you look?
You look and how you behave.
Are you in a place where they are really concerned about how you look and how you behave? Because as a family, as an institution, they are looking at all these things. Mary, let me take you back to something that nobody knows. The royal family of England, the king and the queen, career, looks, family, character, they consider all these things.
Sure.
They have to look at all these things before you can be considered as a material to be a part of the royal family. Because you have to be born into the royal family to be a part of them.
Okay.
And so if you're going into such a family, they have to look at everything. I might look at love, but it doesn't pass for the royal family. It's the family, the institution we're looking at. They are looking at all these things. The person who said the looks, there might be an accident
Deformity.
and it's a deformity. Ask the person that how many times has he or she heard that there has been an accident and somebody's backside, which is natural. I'm not talking about the artificial ones. Which is natural, has dwindled to as flat as my palm.
First, body something just happened due to that illness, and then
I have seen some before.
So
he said it's an accident.
It was an example.
You see, love itself is an extensive subject.
Very broad.
When people want to fall in love, some people fall in love with the inner being. So that means everything that Mary are wearing now doesn't bother the person. The person is looking at your character, your future, your next move. That's the person's move. Me, I'm going to look at your inner being. I'm not an X-ray machine. I'm not supposed to be analyzing your inner being. But I'm supposed to analyze your character. Is your character compatible with mine? Is it okay with the person I'm looking for? One or two things. I think we should go to the go. Because if there's a corpse or there's a dead body and you start becoming inquisitive, you eventually find out what ghost. Because death is the end product. Ghost is an end product of death. If you believe in that. That means if somebody dies, there's a ghost. And so the more inquisitive you be, the bigger chance it is for you to meet a ghost. And so if you want to be with somebody, I mean, like 3 days ago we said, I told you that Bibia, kakra.
Yes, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, you have a handful.
Now let's shift it from the women. We've been talking about the women for a couple of minutes now. Would you then also side with the women, although you are not a woman, that we should also then look at the penny size?
Charlie, this one, boys, you come and meet me right here. But Mary.
Because some of you, it's not the same. So should we also consider that?
Would you consider that?
I will.
Good. Then,
No, I thought you'd be a bit selfish to, speak for the men.
I'm going to speak for everybody.
Oh,
then again,
like
my
that.
thing is, you want a big dick. You want something that will shift you. You want something that when you set you be like, daddy, you're pushing me.
Hey.
Then when you meet the boy, ask him, how many inches are you?
Should I ask Can I
You see,
ask?
the
Must I
hypocrisy.
ask?
I said hypocrisy, right?
Yes.
You see, these things shouldn't be something we should be shying out.
Really?
We shouldn't be shying away from these things.
Please, are we listening? We need to. Akosi, please repeat yourself.
Ladies,
We should be
I am
asking.
looking at you in the camera. The truth of the matter is, if you meet a guy and you as a lady, you know that you want a womb-shifting penis or a dick, ask him, please, how many inches are you? 6, 7.1, 7.58? Are you 9? Are you an anaconda? 10? What do you have to offer? If he doesn't know this and he's like, okay, I don't know, but I'm big. Go and try. Touch, feel. It's okay for you. Mary, you see, if we sit down as people and we understand that human beings have choices and preferences, all these nonsense will stop once and for all. How many times did you hear our parents crying of, complaining of what do you call it? Breakup. Because your mother will sit down and be like, no, this person is not good for me. Mommy, I am sorry, but I have to share your testimony on TV. We have 5 kids. My mother has we are all different baby daddies.
Okay.
It doesn't make my mother anything, but I believe, when I was growing up, I felt like, why would you change husband? But I realized that she realized that her happiness is paramount. I cannot stay in the bedroom or what, but she always had to prioritize her happiness. If she's with you and she realizes that, no, you won't help me, you have to move to the next person. And today, when I see my mother, I am so happy because she's happy. She had to put her priorities first, not because of her kids. Growing up, she told us, you know what? You have choices. I can only give you blueprints on how to move, but everything you do is you, as a person, as an individual. You have to accept and take responsibility for what you have for your future. Today, when I see my mother and she's with, wherever she's with my daddy, I'm like, you happy? She's like, yeah. They're old, they're beautiful together. That's what I want. But I don't want to repeat the same thing she did by changing baby daddy after baby daddy. But I know she doesn't regret it, and I don't regret it, she doing that. But I know that at a point, I don't know what her criteria is. I'm not talking about penises or vaginas, but I'm saying that my mother had to realize that this is what I want. So if big penis is what you want,
go for it.
Baby, go for it. Because no ska, and the person is cute, the person is ABC, you will still cheat. It doesn't make you a bad woman. It only makes you a woman who doesn't have her priorities straight. You just have to know that if there's a penis, a big one that I want, girl, probably have a big vagina and a big penis. It's not a bad thing.
Now let's look at another persistent, issue when it comes to selecting partners. With regards to men, there are some who are that rich and those who are not, that rich. Also, they have it on a different level. Should women also consider that I want to be in a relationship with a guy who is damn loaded?
Wow, that's a big detour, but nonetheless, with all the consideration coming together, we have to consider that too.
Sure.
You see, Mary, it all boils down to hypocrisy. Mary, if you are maybe hypocrisy there until Ghanaians start or Africans start acting like everything is okay. I won't stop talking about hypocrisy. Viewers, you would agree with me. Mary, if you are born into a family of abject poverty, it is only imperative, natural, that you as a person, if you want to make a change in your family, you yearn for somebody who is rich. It is not bad for you to do that. It's not. Even the Bible says that bad company corrupts good. So it means that good company will affect a person's bad character. I am poor. Your producer might be rich. You're not fine with me. You're fine with the producer. You know what it means? It means that you want to be rich as your producer. You don't want to beat him to the game, but you want to be rich more than him or probably as him. Girls, it's not gold digging It's not being a slave queen. It's not being
Not
anything.
all that glitters is good. That cliche that
We'll come to that, but it's not bad. Mary, nobody would say that I want to be poor. Nobody would say that I want to be sad. Nobody would say that I want to be lonely. Nobody would say that. But then again, everything, piece of everything will always be the best. But if within you want to get married to a rich person, voila, get married to a rich person. If that is what guarantees your happiness, yes, I'm sitting here. If a rich 81-year-old woman who lives in Ohio sends me a text that I want to marry you, hi, 81, I'll marry her. Not because I'm poor, but honestly, I want to remain rich. I'm too young not to accept.
So what happens to love?
You know, love doesn't really exist.
Really?
I know people be sorting in their houses. But affection exists, love doesn't. Quote me anywhere that I said affection exists, but love in 2021, it doesn't.
So what of 2020?
Do you know what affection really is? When I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, I like Mary. I like the way she's calm. I like the way she takes God seriously. She's diligent in her work. I think that she's a marriage material. That is affection. Do you know what love is? Love is when I say, I'm in Akoto, no, I'm in Osu. Mary is in she's on the high street. I don't have money, but I'll trek and come to Mary. So Mary will know that me, I'm here.
Okay.
I'll trek and come. Mary, I brought you kinky from Osu. Are you hungry? No, I'm not hungry. Okay, then I'll keep the kinky for tomorrow. That is what love looks like. Let me take you to the Bible again. John 3:16, and it says, and God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. When they say something is only, it means that there's a 50-50 chance. It's either you get it back or you don't get it back. God himself knew that if Jesus died, it could be that Jesus died, and it could also be that he could resurrect. Yes, God placed that card. God went to do that gambling. That is love. That is unfiltered love. Mary, if you had me as your child, if you are barren for 40 years, and you had just me, you say that Ronaldo is coming, so I should go and sleep in the road so that the car will pass on me. Would you do that? That is love. It means that affection. Affection is the feeling you generate for people when they are too close to you. Mary, if you like, anybody out there, if you like, get a male friend. The person is not your boyfriend. I'm not saying the person is your male friend. Be very close to the person. Give me a month report. I'm telling you that male friend who is not your boyfriend will start being jealous. Your boyfriend will start being like, why are you spending so much time with this guy? It's because you have developed affection.
Okay, so
translation to love.
Thank you for staying tuned in. We'll take a very quick break. When we come back, there's more for you. Do stay.
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be me.
Announcements on Adoatv. Contact Adoatv for your general announcements, proclamations and publications, job vacancies, etc. at a very affordable rate. Call 05092 57754 020 or visit our marketing desk at Stepwork premises. Adoatv, bringing good things to life.
Reigns of Love on Adoatv with me, Mary Corte, and we've been discussing factors to be considered when choosing a life partner, of which our key focus is on the back size, the big ones. So my beautiful Rachel just joined us. She has apologized. What's your mom is some dollars? Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Very well.
You're looking good.
Thank you. You're looking good yourself.
Thank you. I'm taking you out tonight. So I realized that you were watching us live.
Yes.
And you've been following the conversation. So let me ask you, how would you feel if a guy walks to you and says, I want us to be in a relationship. I want to choose you as my partner. But I check, how would you feel?
I would partly feel bad because, I mean, you don't walk around just proposing to people because of how they look.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I'd consider that people have different personalities.
True.
So the way I feel should not be the same way that somebody feels. If I don't consider looks 100% when I'm going into a relationship, I don't expect somebody to do same. So if you like me because of my looks, then you don't like me that much.
So do you think guys or men should consider the huge backside of your fellow women or of we women before they choose us as their partners, their lifetime partners, for going our good characters and all the virtues of a woman?
If, as a man, you choose looks over characters, then you're making a big mistake.
You're making a big mistake. Relax, please.
Yes, you're
I'm
making.
not saying I'm relaxed.
You're making a big
Zimba for
mistake
Shakra.
because you looks will fade with time. But if you choose character over looks, you can learn to adjust with a person's looks. I mean, people change all the time. People go for surgeries. I'm not saying surgeries are good, but people do things to make them feel comfortable. So once the person is comfortable with you, the person can change to suit you.
Okay.
So if you should choose looks over character, then I don't think the relationship will work.
I can see that you're boiling.
I'm not boiling, no. I'm just surprised, Mary.
You are surprised. Why?
I'm totally taken out of context because, you see, she's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what women do? They're possessive. When the woman says, this is my husband.
And aren't men
trust
possessive?
me. No, men are not that possessive.
But they
When a
are.
man is possessive, it means the person is obsessed. But women, they want to claim possession. You know how many times women will be like, oh, that's my husband standing there. Then men will be like, that's my wife. Men will never mention it until you question them. You see, sweetheart, Rachel, we understand your character thing. This is a typical Ghanaian woman who would sit down and say that me, as a woman, then my sister-in-law and you should like me because the way they come, I'll be like, oh, have you eaten? Please, should I give you food? Listen, truth be told, truth be told, I am not disrespecting any woman out there. I love everyone out there. But the truth is, when you meet a man, immediately the man proposes to you as a woman, regardless how you look. It means that the man has taken into consideration how you look as a person. It's simple. It is simple. It means that 60% of the time, the man has been admiring your physique. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Okay.
Because women, we are attracted by the things we see. When a man sits, I go to clubs a lot. I see things. When I'm seated in a club and I'm like this, it means, you see what I just did? Like, I just spotted something I need to relax and carefully analyze.
Okay.
When I'm like this, it means everything that is passing is normal. Let them pass. I need to spot something. That's men.
Too.
That's why men, before you go to Rachel,
okay.
That's why men get married and they start facing problems. I'm not saying it's the best, but truth be told, men be going for looks.
So Richard Akwesi was saying earlier on that we should ask the men their penis size. When I asked him if we should also consider their penis size, because if they are saying we need to have a particular butt size before we can become their partners, it then means that we should also consider their penis size. And he was saying that we should ask. What do you have to say on that? Can you even ask?
No.
That is conservative.
Personally, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be, but I mean, it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be in a relationship because of his size. I mean, it's almost the same as being in a relationship because of how the lady looks. I like the way he's looking at me. It's true that men are attracted to what they see, but you will not live with looks for the rest of your life. I mean, character is also very important, because you can have a nice lady with a banging body who's disrespectful,
Very.
doesn't know how to cook, and because you are married to looks, you have to.
A man's heart is through.
Papa, Papa, 20 years.
Rachel continues, so viewers, let me ask you this: with what ambassador of pornography is saying, what really should men look out for? Is it looks or other things? Please do send in your comments. Right, Rachel, continue.
Okay, so it's not bad to go for looks, but if you base your relationship around looks, then you're heading for doom. Because it's nice to go out with somebody and say, oh, this is my girlfriend, oh, this is my wife, and the person actually has a very nice body, but then it comes to manners and the person knows nothing. I mean, it's like
It doesn't make sense.
fetching water into a basket. You are doing nothing.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that you shouldn't consider looks. I mean, everybody wants to go out holding hands with somebody who's good looking, but it shouldn't be the criteria for you wanting to settle down with somebody. I mean, the looks is important, but character should also be very important. I mean, character should come first and then looks.
But I want you to, elaborate more on the penis aspect. Would you ask, what should we do? Because he said something earlier on. Women, we go into relationship, we get married, and then you realize that your husband cannot satisfy you. And so if you're saying you wouldn't ask, how would you know it would be that good?
Not like ask the size per se, but you should have conversations about it before you decide to go long term, before you decide to get married. Because you wouldn't like to get married to somebody and then you end up being unsatisfied in your marriage. It's equal to zero. So you should have conversations about it. Get to know what your partner likes, if you can settle for it, if you can compromise.
And the like here is what?
Be it their sexual preferences, their fantasies. You should know at least one or two of these things before you settle down with the person.
All right, so we have a problem on our decks. And you see, I could see this boils down to choosing a lifetime partner who is worth it. Now, let me read it. My producer will shut it up shortly on the screen. I'm married with 3 kids. My husband shuttles US and Nigeria because of his business. When he visited us, I went through his phone only to find out that his side chick is threatening him to send her abroad the same way he had sent me and the kids. She said his refusal to do so will warrant her telling me about a pregnancy. But truth of the matter is, that pregnancy does not belong to my husband. In fact, my husband cannot father a child, but he himself doesn't know. We had conducted, I like the
The same
we had conducted a test 2 years after no signs of pregnancy. I had pleaded with my doctor friend, who I asked not to let my husband know after the result had shown he is impotent. I then started having an affair with my side boo, who is the biological father of my children. Now a lady is trying to give another man's child to my husband. I want to put her in her place without implicating myself, because my husband does not know that the 3 kids that we have doesn't belong to him. So you see how I see. Assuming this woman, you see, assuming this woman is very beautiful with a big butt that, oh yeah,
then you go for the looks.
Now, jumping. How would you feel? Let me start with you. I want a woman who is good looking.
Let me pray.
You want to pray?
God in
What do you call it?
heaven, take control over me. Let's start.
This is a very serious issue.
It is too dicey. Hey!
Oh yes, sir. 3 good years, and you see what karma can do.
Okay, so let's take it from the top. So you see, this situation, you the woman who knows the thing now, you go and talk about, you are implicating yourself. Before you can even think of implicating your husband, you're implicating yourself. Then again, my question is, you see, it boils down to hypocrisy, the subject matter of this whole conversation. Your husband is impotent. You knew at a primary stage because you spoke to your doctor. So you listen, your husband cannot give birth. If you as a woman, you're able to tell your husband that impotency is not natural. Men grow into it.
Okay.
And then natural say you give birth to a boy who grew up impotent. No, it means that something has happened to their sperm cells, which is making them impotent. Even if they were born, it means that their parents ate something, and we know that low sperm count, all these things happen along the line. If you want to be potent, Mary, as you sit here, we can take your ovaries and take my sperm and give it to you, and you give birth to our child.
Yeah.
Me and you. Our child will be in here. And when you go, she had the surrogate.
Yeah.
We're going to take the child, and it will be our child, not her child, even though she carried the babies. So if when you, as a woman, you found out that your husband was important, you're able to call it that, babe, sit. Even though I realized that we're not giving birth, I spoke to our doctor and realized that it was your problem. So okay, let's look for a remedy. If Octodus is not working, let's look for herbal. It's not something strange. It's not something new. Let's give birth. If you did that in the primary stages, you wouldn't go around sleeping with your side boo. That is how insipid women can be.
I would ask you a particular question due to your previous submission, but let me go to Richard.
Okay,
It is said that women, we need to stand up for ourselves. But would you stand up for this woman in this situation? Should she have spoken to the husband about it instead of going to sleep with a side boo just to have 3 kids? She's asking what she should do now.
Well, I'd say at this point in time, it's a shame for
a big shame.
A woman to do this. I mean, people go around saying women will show you, but this is nonsense.
Totally out of context.
Because the woman is acting like the husband being declared impotent is a death warrant or a death sentence or something. But this is something that can be treated. I mean, it's been treated over and over again.
So what stopped you from telling your husband?
That's the issue. And she's now trying to put the side boo in place without implicating herself. First, she has to put herself in check. Because she has to come clean. First off, she's going to lose the marriage. That one she should know. For having 3 kids with not just a random person, but your ex-boyfriend. It doesn't make any sense. So first off, it's either she keeps shut and stays in the marriage with the side boo, or she says it all and then she loses it.
Sweetheart, before we continue to marry,
yes, because she doesn't have a choice. Because if you say it, you lose and the side boo loses.
Now, before I can, let's take the story again. Those watching us from home, from our social media platform, I'm taking the story again for you to share your views too as well. I'm married with 3 kids. My husband shutters US and Nigeria because of his business. When he visited us, I went through his phone only to find out that his side chick is threatening him to send her abroad the same way he had sent me and the kids. He even sent her abroad too. She said his refusal to do so will warrant her telling me about the pregnancy. But truth of the matter is that pregnancy does not belong to my husband. In fact, my husband cannot father a child, but he himself doesn't know. We had conducted a test 2 years after no signs of pregnancy. I pleaded with the doctor, who is my friend, not to let my husband know after the result had shown he's impotent. I then started having an affair with my side boo, who is the biological father of my children. Now a lady is trying to give another man's child to my husband. I want to put her in a place without implicating myself because my husband does not know that he's impotent. What should I do? So you watching us can also send your comments and your views via social media platform and then our WhatsApp line. I'm going to read that.
Mary,
So
you know
I'm
what?
listening.
On what basis would she even say that my husband cannot father a child? You see, impotency.
Based on the results.
Relax.
Yeah,
Impotency, is your dieting, your exercising, and your mindset. What if your husband has changed his way of eating? Because I mean, he travels to America and Nigeria, so he has this opportunity to eat different diets. Let me tell you, if you're a boy out there, if you want your sperm to be potent, start eating food that has a lot of soup. You get potent. I'm telling you.
Free tips.
When you eat a lot of soup as a boy, your sperm looks thicker and richer.
Okay.
Compared to when you eat junk food.
All right.
What if this person is exposed to all these things and subconsciously? Then again, impotency is not in it. And you say, it's not like you are blind that we say that you blind as to the time you die. No. It's something that along the line it could be cured because I wasn't born with it. Then again, he's even better. And because you think that he's impotent, the other woman who is in Nigeria or Ghana or wherever he is, at the time that they had sex, he was potent. What is making you think that that child is not for your husband? Because if the other woman, from the story you told us, is not sleeping with anyone, who else got her pregnant?
I was even thinking that what if the husband has also seen it and then it's a trap or something?
Exactly.
What if the husband has also realized that women, when a woman is not giving birth, we don't think that it's our problem. We think that it's the woman who is barren. Yeah. So probably because when we were not giving birth, I thought that, okay, let me go and try it with somebody else. Maybe you are my wife. We've stayed for 5 years, you're not giving birth. Let me go and try it with you. And you're pregnant. I know you're pregnant. Instead of me thinking that it is my fault, I'll be thinking that it's Mary's fault. Because Mary didn't give birth. You are giving birth. Then again, we are human beings. Genetics, it works. Genetics works. All genes, positive, all these things are there. Sickle cell, all these things are genes. Probably you're having sex at the wrong time. Probably I had sex with you when you were very fertile. And I was fertile. Me too, I was fertile at the time. The reason why I could say straightly that this pregnancy could be for the husband is the fact that in this message, it didn't say whether the side chick was a whore, was married, or had a boyfriend. If the side chick is a solo side chick to the guy, which most rich people do, then you are my girlfriend. I want you to stay so. I have a wife. You know I have a wife. Okay. Let us be in an exclusive together. It means that the more reason why she's even threatening to blackmail him, the boy, is that she, the girl who is the side chick, knows that I'm exclusive. Yeah. Sure. It means that the baby is for you. So you cannot say anything. So you, the wife, you don't even have any leverage. You can't tell this one that it's not my husband's child. On what ground?
Rachel, would you attribute this to wrong selection of a partner, in this particular term the wife? Because I believe right from the beginning she might have had that sort of attitude in there without showing it. Because if she's a good woman, good looking, with a good character, I don't think she would have go this extreme. Would you attribute it to wrong selection of partner?
I won't really attribute, because this is just one side of the story that we are reading right now. But I think it's with the fault is from the woman. Because why would you check your husband's phone? What are you looking for in the first place? Okay. You know, he who demands equity must come with clean hands. You know your hands are dirty. What are you looking for? Why are you trying to find issues where they are? Now you found the issue. And if whatever you do, your marriage is at stake. So she either comes clean and loses it, or they all sit together. And I'm sure that by and by, the man is going to find out that maybe he's impotent. And there's been scenarios where there's been wrong results from hospitals, where somebody will go to the hospital and the person will get another person's results. So usually they advise that they go to different hospitals. But my question is, why did the woman hide it? You found out that your husband is impotent. Instead of, okay, maybe she hid it for her own reasons, but why don't you hide it and then try to find issues if you don't want the man to be in the know that he's impotent?
So on that note, you made mention of not going through why she went through the husband's phone. So let me ask you, those of us who aren't married but we are in a relationship, should we go through a partner's phone?
Personally, I won't.
But would you
It's not something I would advise that you go through your partner's phone. What are you looking for? My question is, okay, maybe you've gotten wind that your partner is cheating. Then you go through the phone and you don't find anything. You've wasted your time.
What if you find something?
If you find something fair and square, but I think it's better to, okay, so what if you find something and then they can always, men always come up with something.
I'm
So
living testimony, so
exactly. So if I'm with my partner and his phone is ringing, there's no way I'll pick up unless he has told me to. And there's no way I'll go to my partner's phone to find out if that means you're in the relationship with the wrong mindset that your partner is cheating.
Okay.
So unless you have heard that your partner is cheating and you've gotten clues, that is different. But for you to randomly go through your partner's phone, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so let me read this comment. It says, Obiani the choices. I agree with you. Hi there again. Good evening. Please, how are you doing? If you're doing well, then let's thank Almighty God for that. And yeah, backside doesn't matter when it comes to choosing a partner. One should go for character better than overview. Thanks. And this one is coming from Daniel Lamte, my daddy baby. You're looking beautiful, my baby girl. Thank you, daddy boy. I know. Akwesi, let me come to you. Before you respond to whether going through the phones of a partner, let me get your views on that earlier question. Would you attribute the character of this woman to wrong partner selection?
Why won't we attribute it? So you see, if we sit down and talk, there's this adage that there's no issue that we cut with a knife. Everything we have to speak.
Akwesi, a minute.
We have to
So before I forget, you have the phone line on the screen. Pick it, call, and share your views.
So there's nothing that we could say. That's the direct translation. I think anyway, this is kind of issue. We eventually have to speak with our mouth and reach a consensus to it. You see, when you get a partner, and then there's a talk, there's understanding. Why do you have to go out to the person's phone? Why do we have to be, if you have the right choice? I told you something off camera 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yesterday, yes, it was just yesterday.
It was yesterday, rather.
I didn't bother about these things. But eventually, it was when my attention got to that. And my biggest regret is acting because the person never gave me the phone to look at it. Sure. Out of curiosity, I went to look at the phone. And it hurts me so much that I went to look at it because the result I got wasn't what I was expecting. It's not me, Bianca. Because she's never looked through my phone before. It was just out of sheer jealousy and immaturity that I had to do that. We have to get to the point where we have to know that, you listen, we are not married relationship.
Okay, hold on. We have bills from Pam. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Luz.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Pacha, me wonka. Sorry, we missed him. Please do well and call back.
So you see, when we get to a relationship and we are in a relationship, we are talking together. Listen, I mean, I've always subscribed to an open relationship because when I sleep with another person and I love another person, I should be able to, we are not dating, we are not married. So still, yeah, I cheated on you. It's not because I feel proud of it, but it happened. Please, I did this in your absence. You know why you're looking weird and all of that? You're a conservative African woman. I'm not a conservative African
So,
man.
Ambassador, hold on. We have Robert on the line. Hello, Robert. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, concerning the issue.
Okay. Which of them?
Yeah. The lady,
Okay,
the wife
okay.
is the second point here. She's the reason why the lady wants to blackmail the husband.
Okay.
Yeah. So her wife should just tell the husband that she found what is going on. So she's forgiving him in order not to her issue.
Okay, okay.
So that
I think it's fair.
after the time is gone, they can connect this test on something of her.
But
When
Robert,
it shows negative, then the husband is true. So I think that will help.
okay, Robert, are you there?
Yes.
Let me ask you this. Which do you prefer, a woman with a big size or either small or normal? Which do you prefer? I'm asking that which would you prefer when choosing a partner? Would you prefer a woman with a big size?
Like size, as far as for size, I think it doesn't matter. What matters is love and then the connection.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. All right.
Focus back to you.
What did you say his name was again?
Robert.
Robert, I know you're watching. I know you're loving this show, but you and I know, truthfully, honestly, that we all have choices.
Please, Ambassador, hold on again. We have another person on the line. Hello, Raymond. Hello.
Yes, I'm online.
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm really enjoying your program.
Thank you.
Fortunately, share with the listeners. Yeah, I have problems. I'm a lady. You see, taking the phone, if something happened to the marriage, I know this issue in a better. It's happening. Some of us are going to marry. We have never said of having a friend being after lady. Because we are free with people. And then we had somebody free and then different in the happy person number. And then when the person comes, there are some discussing that problem, you don't know whereby it's easily help and you don't know what you hear. But then want to go outside and then just to talk to the person. You see what the women are their own beliefs. They were fighting the phone. And they really see the phone. So because of Allah is to begin to repeat the point that has been it's just no travel for especially our
Okay, before you go, let me ask you a question. Hello. Okay. So we have another call on the line. Hello. Norbert. Hello, Norbert.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Norbert, let me ask you this question. Which would you prefer? A woman with a good character or a good look?
A woman with a good character. And a man with a good character.
Okay. Why?
Okay. Now, what if the person that is asked, a woman with a good character, is it now, what in Ghana now, a woman with a good character is hard to find.
Yeah, sure.
It's very hard to find them because those women are occupied by some people. And secondly, how do you know the person is good or how do you know the person is bad? You must go out with that person, know the person, and getting on with the person, get to know the person well. And the problem with we the blacks, mostly, not every black or we want to get on with the bed with a woman's sex. That's a problem. You will never get to know the woman because of what you want to already ask for. When it does something bad, you never even see it bad because you've already did what you're not supposed to do until you get married or until you look a bit better. How do I get saying it?
I get you. So Norbert,
in Africa, you hear about relationships. They don't look at the character. They just know in 2-3 months they end up breaking the marriage or something like that. Our great mothers, great grandfathers and stuff were going to happen like that.
so Norbert, let me ask you. Okay, I get you. Let me ask you. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. So we have our next caller. Hello, Dinah. Hello, Dinah.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. The first woman I'm having
concerning about the discussion.
Okay.
As for me, I thought maybe the lady doesn't like the husband.
Oh, really?
That's why he didn't tell the husband he's impotent at the first place. Because if you love your husband, you have to tell the person the problem he's having.
Okay.
Then you can solve it. Not going behind and then go with another side chick, which is very bad.
Okay. Okay,
yes.
Thank you.
So you see, just like Diana said, the truth is, if you really speak to your partner, it means you're very wicked. I'm a boy. I am not able to give birth. What is stopping you, my wife, of all people, to tell me that, hey, according to the doctor, you cannot give birth. So you should look for a remedy. You go back and have 3 kids.
3?
Not 1, 3. Behind my back. And me, when I'm going to father a child with a side chick, I come to do gangalia. The woman should quickly come and tell you. She should come and tell you, come and beat me. Because that is cruelty, that's abnormal, that's wickedness. People are just being wicked.
So we have George on the line. Hello, George.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm doing great.
Nice one. I think this is a very interesting program. I just want to contribute.
Thank you. Sure, too.
Yeah, I think, checking on your girlfriend or your wife's phone, this kind of thing happens when you suspect, and normally you want to clear your conscience or your mind. So that's what triggers and you want to check. Because if you are married and you are honest with your marriage, you don't want to put any lock on it.
Sure.
If there should be a lock, then your wife or your boyfriend should know, and that clears the environment. But once you put a lock on it, and we know what happens, and then you get a call, maybe you get up, and you get a call maybe with your boyfriend, and then you go out. Definitely you will suspect something.
Sure.
So once you want to clear your conscience, and then you check on the phone, and you can't just ask, "Oh, give me your phone, let me see what is going on." So my contribution, if you want a very good marriage, everybody should keep their phone open. Because trust is not something that you can command, you earn it. So it's very important when you are married, you keep the phone open. If you get a call, "Oh, honey, can you take my phone and check who is it?" If it's your husband, please you check it and see who is it. So this, give a peace. And even animals like peace. So why not we are human beings?
Thank you very much for calling. Rachel,
you're welcome.
You heard what George said. Do you agree with him?
For the keeping your phone open thing, I mean, it doesn't sit well with me. But, I mean, we should respect privacy. We're in a relationship, but we shouldn't eat into each other's private life in as much as we are together.
What if you transit from the dating to the marriage aspect?
It should still be the same. Despite the fact that the person is married to you, the person should have a life.
Okay.
Your life shouldn't be all about my wife, my husband when you're married. It should be, but it shouldn't be 100%. I should have my life even when I'm married. You should have your life even when you're married. It's okay to keep your phone locked, but as he said, if you are getting certain clues and you just want to clear your conscience, first of all, it boils down to communication.
So, hold on. Mohammed Awal is my last caller. Hello? Hello, Mohammed. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Mohammed. How are you?
Yeah, hello?
Hello? I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, Mohammed, I can hear you. I'm doing good. Yourself?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, I'm also good.
Hello, can you hear me?
Evening. Please, I want to also, I just joined now.
Okay.
Yeah, I said I just joined the program now.
Oh, okay, so let me ask you this. Which would you go for? A woman with a good character or a good looking? Hello?
I'll go for a woman with good character.
Why? You don't want to have a beautiful wife? Hello?
No, I don't want to have a beautiful one because I'm marrying a woman to come and stay with my family and then we have a good family.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for calling. So finally, let's look at this. Rachel, let me start with you. What do you think the woman should do?
She's ready to go back to Nigeria. She should say the truth. Because, well, thinking about this, I think the woman doesn't really like the man. Maybe it's because of the opportunities that she knew she'd be getting. But she should come clean. Because by and by, the truth will come out. You can't hide it forever. Maybe for a good number of years. Now it's becoming very tensious. So she either says the truth and sets herself free, or she lives with the guilt till the husband finds out.
So finally, let me take this from you before we wrap up. What are some factors that we women should consider when choosing a life partner? Mind you, it is a lifetime journey.
First off, as the woman, you should know yourself. Know and love yourself before you even consider going for somebody. Because if you don't know yourself, you might just settle for anything. So if you know yourself, you know your personality, who you are, and then you choose somebody whose personality sits well with you. I'm a very loud person, and I wouldn't go for somebody who's loud as me.
Okay.
I'd go for somebody who's calm, because we can't live together in a place. I mean, no place can contain us. So if you go for somebody who's your opposite, somebody who understands you, somebody who vibes with you, somebody who connects with you, you guys can go through anything.
Okay, see, finally, before I come to you, let me read this. Please advise the woman to divorce her husband and continue with her boo. It's fair. Because if she tried to stop the husband side chick, the man will eventually know the truth. And the husband will kill her. Or her own children will reject her. Family and friends will also reject her. And this can make her go mad or something. And I would not like to hear she's mad or dead. Akwesi, finally from you, what do you think men should consider when choosing women as your lifetime partners?
Thank you, Mary. Before we sign out, I want every man out there to know that whatever you have written, whatever you have thought of as a man, as a human being, as a woman, whatever, no man can rescind that decision. It is you. If you want a woman with a big ass, go in for it. Nonetheless, you should consider everything. How can the person contribute to your life? If it's positive, fine. If it's not, you should rethink it again. Because, of course, looks is not everything. And as a woman, if you want a man with a big penis who can ride you for 3 hours, that's what you want, go for it. But then again, sex is not everything. After the sex, you eat, you drink water, they pay the bills. You should consider all of that. Apart from that, you should be fine.
Thank you. Apart from that, you should be fine.